Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your general monthly tarot reading for the month of July 2021. Thank you so much for joining me, and I want to remind you, of course, in this moment to like this video, leave me a comment about your situation, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. But I do want to say right off the bat, within your energy, there's a bit of impatience coming over me, or don't be surprised if you can't, or you find it hard to sit still throughout the month. Just something to keep in mind. But when meditating on your energy overall for the month, the message that came through was a need to stay present. A need to stay present. So let's begin by doing some shuffling, and so we can pull 6 tarot cards for the month. For our lovely Sages to begin for July 2021. Thank you, Spirit. For Sagittarius. We've got a few, but we're going to just take one. What else do we have for Sagittarius? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Sagittarius for July? Coming out one by one. Well, I'm feeling a little bit on edge. That feeling is just now coming over me. Interesting. To keep shuffling. Okay. Alrighty. So we have them all. At the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. There's going to be an underlining focus throughout the month on a connection. And Spirit's almost yelling at me, no, not one connection, all of the connections in your life. How are you affecting them in a positive or a negative light? A push to ask yourself important questions like that, to reassess how you approach them, or who or how, in order to understand them better, understand yourself better, and to reassess who is going to be beneficial for you moving forward. Interesting. We're moving on to the Page of Cups. To begin the month in the spread, I'm hearing spacey, to say the least. You begin the month feeling a bit out of it, or simply feeling as if things aren't ideal. Wanting to start fresh or take a step in the right direction, however that pertains to you, but feeling it's really difficult. At times feeling like you weigh yourself down with your own judgments that you put on your own shoulders or place on those around you. Bringing us back to the Two of Cups, asking yourself if you, or being pushed to ask yourself, do I judge those around me too harshly? And if I do so, being pushed or pulled back to ask yourself how it feels when you judge yourself. And therefore, it probably feels twice as harsh when you aim it towards other people. Allowing yourself to remember that judgment doesn't need to take place in the month of July, because the energies moving forward are pretty light. So I need to be one with the lightness of the month as you embark on all you need to accomplish. I'm being drawn to the butterflies in this imagery. I need to look up the spiritual meaning of a butterfly. For some of you, already know what a butterfly means for you. For me, actually, it has a connection spiritually that it doesn't have for other people. I need to spread your wings and fly towards what you deserve in a confident, calm manner. Moving on, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. It's also to begin the month where you feel a bit nostalgic. I was pushed to say so before, but for whatever reason, I didn't. Feeling like at times when Spirit in the universe is pushing you to do something or in a direction, you're feeling a bit stubborn. And when you do feel you're drifting to the past at this point, not so much the future, really just the past, allow yourself to bring it right back and experience the present moment, just like the overall message says. But so moving towards the Eight of Wands in reverse, the middle of the first half arrives, and the pace frustrates you. You feel like things are moving too slowly or certain messages aren't coming in, wanting certain contact from certain individuals around you, as I'm once again drawn back to the Two of Cups. Feeling like certain people aren't reaching out as you expected, but you're realizing it's because of the way you've dealt with those connections recently. Realizing it's a chance to learn, to grow, and understanding that everything that happens within certain connections is meant to be, the progression or the lack of progression. I'm also hearing breathe as you figure out what's right for you. The frustration could take over as you try to potentially control those around you or see them succeed. It's coming from a place where you want them to succeed immensely, but Spirit's saying you're going to frustrate them and yourself in the process. Allow yourself to bring it back to the present moment once again, where at this point in the month you feel the need to drift to the future. And it's not just your future, you want to drift to other people's futures as well. Coming off in the wrong way, I need to step back and be within your own energy for a bit. Allowing yourself to take this as a moment to improve as an individual on a multitude of levels. We're moving on to the Nine of Pentacles. Given what just took place in the first part of the month, you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month in general, and your independence takes over, your confidence takes over. It's like a whole different part of the month. You can't help but see yourself in a different light, as well as those around you, understanding why you've been going through what you've been going through. If the beginning of the month was a bit rocky or a bit rough for you and the connections you have within your life, you're understanding at this point, at the very least, why that took place, for the good and for the bad. You can now proceed in a more confident, content, improved, mature manner and allow yourself to experience certain connections or just experiences in your life in a different way. Mostly hearing don't overwhelm yourself. It's at this point in the month where certain progressions or lack of which could are just needing to be or not be, and you at times want to overwhelm yourself about how things are moving forward. Once again, a reminder comes through to stay present and to accept that what is or what isn't at this point, it's meant to be. Beginning the second half of the month spread with the Eight of Pentacles. And so I do need to admit that I had to I had to stop this reading the video after the first half of the spread. And then I was going to start over, but then I realized it was happening as it was meant to. All I needed to do was stop and take a breather, almost separate the first half from the second half and just catch my breath. I open up the window and I'm ready to go again. Not needing to start the whole month over, but to accept what came to be and move forward. And it's going to be a very similar kind of feeling as you make your way to begin the second half. Knowing that it wasn't ideal, but it was a growing part of the month and a necessary part nonetheless. But you begin the second half doing what you have to do or simply redirecting your energies towards something more productive. Feeling as if certain energies that surround you at this time could be overwhelmed as well, and realizing that everyone's going through their own ups and downs, their own journey, and to give people more credit that they deserve instead of being aligned with the Page of Cups, judging them as we were speaking upon in the beginning of the month. And being aligned with the Page of Cups as well, allowing yourself to, it's going to be very easy when you're working or doing hobbies or whatever it may be for you at this time, to drift mentally to the past, feeling a bit nostalgic, or to stress over what's yet to be. And Spirit saying when that happens, remember that this is an old habit of yours. If you think back to it, you've been doing a great job recently in the past months of not doing this as much. And it's okay to slip up and revisit old habits, especially ones like this where you stress over the past or the future. But it's not the time for you to accept that it will take over and you'll, kind of rewind in that sense permanently. Except that it's a slip up in a sense that keeps taking place occasionally this month, but you're only human, and allow it to help you grow and move in the right direction. All right. It's also at this point in the month where you might find it hard to sleep, or you might find yourself staying up late overthinking things. And Spirit saying, do what you can to sleep, my friend. It's going to help you simplify things and minimize your stress. All right. And so we're making our way to the 10 of Cups. You make your way to the middle of the second half of the month. You feel a sense of completion coming over you as an individual. I want to say you can't help but focus on past completions or past family issues or whatever the case may be for you. But you feel like you are wrapping up a lesson stage of your life with a bow, understanding now that you, it's almost like you now coming back to this old habit of revisiting the past and the present, the past and the future too much. It happened for a reason. It was to reteach you something or to remind you of why that kept happening so much in your past. It's almost contradicting to think back to an old habit of revisiting the past and the future, but Spirit saying you are potentially overcomplicating or confusing yourself at this point in the month, thinking about all that you desire moving forward, wanting it so badly, but needing to release your grip to a certain extent. And need to ask yourself important questions, do some reflecting at this point to better proceed, to better assist those around you as well, given that you're a huge influence and you feel the need as a Sagittarius to assist and take care of those who mean the most to you. Being aligned with the 8 of Wands in reverse. It's at this point where you sort of understand why you've rubbed people the wrong way recently, or why the pace of things hasn't been up to your standards or how you're used to things. And understanding that you, moving forward, need to do a better job of just simply going with the flow or being one with the pace of things as they're naturally coming to be, instead of trying to control the pace or how other people want to move forward. Understanding that everything's going to just continue to change and grow as you do the same, and that's just natural. All right. And we're finishing off the month in the spread with the Hanged Man. I'm also seeing here once again the butterfly imagery, which we had mentioned in the first card in the Page of Cups. So don't be surprised if once again certain communications come through from Spirit in the universe like that, whether it's butterflies again or something different for you. But so moving back or moving forward towards the Hanged Man, I'm hearing perspective needs adjusting. I need for you to view your situation in a different light to finish up the month so that you can move it into August feeling 10 times better, feeling different. You can't help but focus on why or what's making you feel stuck at this time, and a lot of which is your mental state. And so then once again, adjusting your perspective will benefit you greatly. Feeling like as you change and you grow and try to make improvements, people are noticing you in the wrong light or seeing your flaws too obviously. Feeling a need to almost retract and be within your own energy, and Spirit saying if you want to surround yourself with people, that's okay, but if you want to be by yourself, that's also okay. Do what feels natural or comfortable at this time. You're your own person and you're still growing and changing, and once again, it's like you begin the month with the focus on your judgment to those around you, but mainly to finish up the month, it's about your judgment on yourself. Expect less from yourself at times, my friend. You're only human, right? You're growing, you're changing, and this judgment at times keeps you in this stuck feeling. Take time for yourself to finish up the month of July. Implement some self-care. As being aligned with the Nine of Pentacles, you feel the inclination to keep striving for all you desire. You want to continue to move towards things in a fast pace, but it's a month that slows things down for you in a beautiful way. And to adjust your perspective while implementing self-care, you'll finish off the month feeling 10 times better than you started. All right, Sag? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.